Let's see what this defense can do here in the red zone.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Ready?
From the red zone now, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On second down, it's Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. What we just saw, we saw a lot of last week. He had 5 tackles for loss a week ago and 1 here in the first quarter now.
And I think a lot of that comes from not just his athletic ability and his intelligence and understanding how he's being blocked and how to get to the ball carriers, but also comes from scheme as well. When you've got a guy that high, playing that well, your defense coordinator is looking for ways to create mismatches and get him to the football.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation?
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
4 down. Down. Green.
From the red zone now, Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw is Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get... Okay, time to hop back into this one. It's a red zone alert with a 1st and 10 upcoming down at the 13-yard line.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's complete right around the 8. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
But it becomes now a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 2. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter.
Tight ends left. Tight ends left. 4 down. Ready. White 25.
Winston now from the 50. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter.
Ready. Black 25's a hut. Check.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. The catch made by Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 70th catch. So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, 1st and 10.
Down. 280. 280.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter.
Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right. So here now it's 2nd and 7, ball inside the red zone. And a difficult situation for this defense. Can they stand up? Here's Watson now on second down. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen,
a potential turning point in a one-score game. What can this defense do as they look to hold on to their second-half lead? From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Stills, right side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. The offense is in the red zone. It's a 1st and 10 situation at the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun on third, Watson. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Watson on the sneak. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. After the run, Watson going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number. This defense now trying desperately to hold on to this fourth quarter lead, but to do it, they've got to keep this offense out of the end zone. Now Bell. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready.
He'll get it up the middle. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal. Here's Bell. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a fourth and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Ready. Black 22.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. This defense now trying desperately to hold on to this fourth quarter lead, but to do it, they've got to keep this offense out of the end zone.
Ready. Blue ready. Let's go.
To the air again with Winston. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
it is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Ready. Blue lady.
From the gun, Winston. His pass caught at the 4. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement,
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Anthony Miller with touchdown number 8. A big drive now for this offense. They'll have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Ready. Blue ready.
Again, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey. Ready. Blue ready.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get... So what kind of a drive can the offense muster here? Remember, they need to get it into the end zone because they're trailing by more than 3 in a one-score game. They have no... The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
The win will